What's up, guys, and welcome back to the ESL One Hamburg South America qualifiers. We are going to take a trip to the other half of the bracket now, as we're going to watch as Taka face up against infamous, regular infamous, non-infamous Young, who just got done whooping some DCSA. Let's see how this one's going to pan out. I'm Mike Loris, going to be joined by Kefka Dota. They held this lobby for us. How nice of them.
Very nice. And I think this game is gonna be better because we see a profit, and I don't think anyone's gonna pick the Lich. So I'm super happy.
I think we're gonna see Lich Spirit Breaker.
No.
I got that feeling, man.
We're gonna see Spirit Breaker, but we're not gonna see a Lich.
You think there's a gentleman's agreement here? They're taking their sweet time.
Lich isn't good against Prophet, and Lich isn't good with Prophet, but Spirit Breaker is good against Prophet and good with Prophet.
Oh. He's right. I brought on a co-caster that knows what he's talking about. What is this?
In before someone picks Lich.
Earthshaker Lich, and then they ban Spirit Breaker. We're both completely wrong. That seems like something that could definitely happen. But either way, Shaker, certainly a decent hero to have versus a Nature's Prophet. That's for sure. Like, I wouldn't place him above a hero. Ooh, interesting. Above a hero like a Spirit Breaker. I would say Spirit Breaker is probably a little bit better. I would say you definitely want to consider a Bat Rider. But for Infamous, they now have answers to Nature's Prophet that aren't bad. Far from bad, in fact. But more importantly, they have ways of just initiating regular fights where you're not trying to pin down a Nature's Prophet. Puck and Shaker initiation is hard to deal with.
5 seconds remaining.
I do like both these picks because I think both are good against Spirit Breaker. I think Spirit Breaker is super good with and against Prophet, but if you pick in this way, you kind of make the opponent not be able to pick the Spirit Breaker, which is nice. And then they pick the Nyx Assassin instead, which is okay, I guess. I think Nyx Prophet are one of the more weaker / mediocre combos. Like Prophet is one of the strongest offlaners when it comes to pressuring the safe lane, and he really excels with heroes that can pressure the safe lane with him like a Spirit Breaker. But Nyx is kind of the weaker ones that there are. But people still like Nyx in general, so they go that way. But I like both of these drafts opening better than the previous series. But that could change fast. The openings are just more EU-like, I'd call them, maybe.
Well,
which is why I like
it's never too late to pick up an Omni Knight, right? We'll see if anyone is going to throw a curveball here. But I would say for Infamous, though, they would be a lot less likely to do that, as they probably think that they are the superior team, so there's no real reason to cheese versus Team Taka. They were, Taka, by the way, the new name of Youth Fury, in case anyone knows them by that name. So, yeah, the Infamous are probably going to play as standard as they can possibly get, and Puck Shaker, that's fine. We used to see a couple days ago, actually, Puck was like always first ban, and now he's getting through even not being picked a lot. But Team Taka, I really want to see some way to combo up this Nyx Assassin. I think I really like Nyx Assassin when he's with someone like a Rubik. Just someone to help set up that stun. Doesn't really matter who it is, but when you have that, like, the hero can just do so much more than just drop mana burns on a mid lane then leave.
Yeah, I wanna see. I've seen this Nyx build because I used to theorize about like not going Impale a lot. Like you keep Impale level 1 or 2, and then you go a lot in mana burn because mana burn scales way better. Like the mana burn has the most insane scaling in the game when it from like 3 to 4, and it's like ridiculous. It's 4-second cooldown at max, or is it 6? I think it's 4, and like it's just brutal. So I hope I see more of that. Like you go maybe 1, maybe 2 points in the stun, and then you go max mana against heroes like Puck, for example. Like if you land a stun on him, if you can, like, let's say someone else stuns you, mana burn, then you stun, and you can mana burn again, and that's like 1k HP on a hero like Puck generally. And I want to mention it for everyone that they should try it, so I can see your result, and then I can decide if it's good or bad without me having to lose anything. You know, that's how I work. You know, I see what others do, and I don't wanna lose anything by doing it myself. I will see if that's good.
Be sure to tweet at Kefka Dota your results and your MMR. He's going to be creating a lot of Excel spreadsheets and figuring out if that's actually a viable build. I mean, it's looking better and better as Infamous pick up more intelligence heroes. The Chikiro now is going to be seen. Taka don't have still like a combo for Nyx Assassins. They decide to go for this Bloodseeker selection, but it does seem like increasing damage and stun duration, and the fact that Mana Burn is kind of a wishy-washy spell. Like, it's really good versus some heroes, not that good versus others. I'm not really sure if that's really going to take effect. Maybe like way back when Mana Burn would deal that flat mana, that was insanely broken. That was so stupid.
But spell is still broken, dude.
Still have a lot of AoE magic damage. The split push is not going to be all that effective up against all these heroes that can all respond to a Nature's Prophet, but Taka looks like they're more interested in setting up for these individual pickoffs. Bloodseeker, Nyx, and Nature's Prophet, all really good at hunting down one hero at a time.
Yakira is one of the better supporters against Prophet, because he's tanky. Basically, that's it. Also has long range follow-up, and especially good against heroes like Nyx Assassin. Can't like pressure a Jakiro. Like you don't kill a Jakiro. So gonna hopefully see the Team Taka kind of focuses on their other lanes. However, there's a puck already from Infamous, so that's hard to gank. There's a Void. I do not like Void versus Prophet though when it comes to laning. It's not that good. You focus on denying with Prophet then, and Void gets completely shut down.
Void, his offensive power is also very much so RNG based. Like, you can dive in if you wall off the Nature's Prophet with the Fissure, land an Ice Path, then yeah, I mean, Void just has a lot of base damage. I guess that's kind of nice, but if that isn't going to happen, Nature's Prophet with the Treants with his range, and he also has a lot of base damage, Nature's Prophet. You could just bully the Faceless Void, or even pull his creep wave and force him to last hit under the tower. Like, there are so many options here for Team Taka as far as how they deal with this Void. The upside of this Void is fairly obvious, though. I mean, they have a Jakiro, they have all this magic damage, so once they do decide to cast their ultimates, it's going to hurt a lot. But for Team Taka, they go ahead and grab that Rubik, partner up with the Nyx Assassin, as I mentioned earlier, so I like where they landed there, but there's just so much value here in stealing all of these spells, not to mention the Null Field, which I always got to mention up against these very magic-heavy lineups. Don't want to sleep on that aura.
Yeah, people have goals. People can go like 1 or 2 points in the lift nowadays, and go like a lot of points in the aura, which used to. It kind of goes up and down. You know, it used to be like 1 point in the lift, and then max Fate Vault, and then you go to aura, and then people stopped doing it completely for like 2 years, and then people slowly went back to the aura thing. It kind of goes up and down, and it depends a lot on the players as well. But I do like that hero. It's one of the better supports generally. It's super good against Earthshaker and Jakiro especially. Two of the best heroes that you can steal off. Void, I don't like that hero that much still though here. So I think you still put it as a carry. It seems super weak as an offlaner here. And,
10 seconds remaining.
Team Taka has their last pick now. They have a full minute though, and they kind of want to pick fast because Infamous has only 14 seconds reserve time. I think if they have chosen a hero, they should pick it now. They can pick anything. I think maybe another stun would be nice, but it's not required. They have pushing, they have team fight. Maybe a little bit more team fight / semi initiation would be good.
Well, I like the Invoker ban from Infamous. Would have set up for an actual finishing blow once you do land those first 2 stuns, get the Sunstrike on top, and that kind of plays itself. They have the Bloodseeker, and they have the luxury of putting him in a handful of different lanes right now. So it seems like security, just kind of being safe here, might just be what Taka want to be doing right now. As you said, damage might be a little bit, and they might need just a little bit more right now, but it's so easy for Infamous to set up these lanes where they just put Faceless Void in safe, puck in off lane, supports on the other ends, and just pick up an advantageous mid lane matchup. Something like a Quap seems like they kind of.
I would love an Ember here, honestly.
Ember Spirit? That's actually pretty sick.
Turn to pick.
On that top.
It's Gonna give them a lot more pushing power for sure. But, yeah, I don't mind the Death Prophet all that much. Very few really bad matchups for a DP.
Yeah, so Infamous has to come up with their hero. They wonder what they're picking, because they can pick any core, and they are support if they want as well. So they have a ton of options. They have to discuss a lot before now, because otherwise they're in a really bad position if they're not sure what to pick right now, and they're gonna be thinking of too many options and they don't know what to pick. Templar Assassin. We saw that struggle last game in weird ways, and I think it's gonna struggle more this game. I don't like that pick at all. I think it was a really bad last pick.
It does seem like it's just a what the hell do we do? Let's just pick up a hero that Leo Style likes to play type of pick, which, I mean, yeah, there's certain value to be had with that. I was thinking of kind of the weirder heroes. As like, would an Alchemist work here? Can they kind of get away with one of those weirder melee heroes? But Templar Assassin up against a lot of heroes with rotation, so that's already not fun. And the fact that she's going up against Death Prophet, I mean, it's decent versus the Swarm having that refraction as a defensive spell, but it's going to be a little bit of a struggle here for the Infamous side. And Infamous, the way they typically end up winning their games is by having Leo Style just go off. Like, I'm not saying that everyone else is bad, I'm just saying Leo Style just typically ends up with a lot of farm, ends up with a lot of kills, and the entire team is kind of built around him getting to that stage, so it is not exactly going to be the easiest game in the world for a TA to start going off, especially when he's going to disconnect.
Yeah. So it's gonna be... It's a Puck offlane, I guess. He bought Null, which is not super common, but I do think Null or like almost Magic Stick and a lot of Tangos are the two ways to go.
Just mass stats.
Yeah.
Nothing too weird on the other side right now.
He's gonna lean against the Bloodseeker. That seems impossible. Like he might not die, but he's not gonna get a single lost hit. I mean, he could orb lost hit a few times if he needs to, but that could turn bad as well then. I do like Team Taka's lineup a lot, honestly. I think they're if I had to choose a side to play for, that would definitely be the Radiant side.
It does seem like they have easier combos to execute. The lanes are going to be pretty manageable for them. Faceless Void and TA's lanes are, if they're left alone or if they're not really challenged enough, then they can take control of the game, but it certainly doesn't look like that's actually going to happen. I guess at that point, a lot of the burden kind of falls to this Earthshaker, Stinger. How many blocks will he get off? Can he actually pressure any of these heroes? Because if you let a block land, if Templar Assassin is there right-clicking in, or a Faceless Void with his base damage, and the damage can certainly stack up really high, and you can set up for some pretty easy kills, and with a hero take towers, and then things can get completely out of control, especially since it's a Leo-style TA. Guy's insane, but it does seem like that's going to be a lot more work for Infamous than for Taka to just get a lift up into an Impale into a Siphon. Like, that seems like a pretty easy kill to me.
Yeah, Bloodseeker heading bottom with a Portman Shield, so he's a bit scared of them invading. It's generally what you see. Like, if people pick up Portman Shield as a carry, it's generally because they think that opponents might invade, and you want the Portman Shield for the tankiness. When we see Void went with double Slippers, he's not scared of being invaded. I generally think against Prophet you actually buy Portman Shield though, because you can get bullied away from that hero alone. Seems to be fine this game though. Could still get contested. I think they should contest. I think it's a good play to contest for sure, especially if they know that Earthshake is in there. Puck changes build to the one I prefer a bit more. I like to see that as well. Other than that, it's more or less standard on everyone.
They are moving out. Little Tree Men in the front. Shadowburn with the boots, and he can definitely do a lot more damage than Jakiro can right now. Faceless Void has no game here
Yeah, I think this is a huge mistake by Void. I don't think you do this. I think it's just not I think you should be experienced enough to realize that you need format shield against Prophet.
Still a chance that they would have went for it regardless of that build, simply because they do have the chance that they get sick on the Chikiro and just try to chip him down instead. But they're setting up for a very early pickoff on a Courier / on Leo style. Little Greeveling coming in, and he will camp out near the tower. Leo Styles, Courier is going to take a trip back. 4-4 coming in from behind, though. Mana burn.
Oh, Fisher can kill the Rubik here, maybe.
Oh, he's not in tower range, and the Courier takes one shot. And we'll take another from the Death Prophet. Miss Microed. That's going to be the messiest Courier snipe of all time, but doesn't matter. Got it. And Stinger now has to face up against two heroes. He is not going to be happy about this. How much damage can they actually do here? Has another fissure. There's just mana burn here onto PTT. But that is going to hurt so much. Losing your Courier in this type of matchup sucks. Losing your Shaker because he has no HP and no mana, that kind of sucks as well. He's kind of a dead hero right now until he gets more mana.
So the sidelines are going quite well for at least the Puck here, and I mean both of lanes are doing fine. You see Prophet has 3 denies already. I think 2 of those might be his own summons, so I guess Prophet is not doing insanely, but Puck is doing good. It's gonna be harder and harder though. I think he's gonna get the last hits he can now, and then it's gonna be impossible. Bloodseeker is super fast. How did he get this fast? TA is low. Shaker is also kind of low.
Oh, they get the wall off of the Masha though. Unfortunately,
the creeps are still in tower range of the tank. I was lucky.
And these dire creeps just stopped attacking the Death Prophet as well, which is odd to see. They really need to get some regen here to keep themselves safe, but also to keep Pepita safe.
I mean, Puck will die if this is gonna be this fast. Like when he hits level 4, or like gets 4 Venom and maybe base or Freds, that's a kill on Puck.
Well, they actually destroyed the Death Prophet's HP, but what happened there? I missed most of that. They fissure for the kill, but I'm pretty sure Death Prophet just got hit with Psyblades, mostly. You don't ever really expect a Death Prophet to drop that low in this matchup because she has Siphon.
No, this is a favorable matchup for her. That must have been a relatively big mistake. Especially these early levels, TA is super weak, and you have 2 Spirit Siphons. You're pretty strong then.
Oh, there is a Bloodseeker kill on the bottom lane. Stinger's going to arrive. Bloodseeker does have a Tango and another chop here. Looks like PTT is going to start chopping him out as well. He's fine. There's a fissure wall here, and it's tight. Where you going, bro? Pepita has returned 1 point orb, but they're just going to right-click him down. Bloodseeker is dead here to the ranged creep. CS the other way. Doesn't matter, got the kill. I hate anime is going to drop. I'm sure you have some very strong opinions on his name. But still, that's a pretty decent turnaround for Infamous. Like, that Bloodseeker is not an easy hero to deal with. Baiting him that far in, then getting the rotation in with the Earthshaker. That's pretty nice. Now Stinger. Oh, is that a tight wall? No. With the creep there, it might have been.
Prophet is top of the last hits. Like I mentioned, I don't think Void Sapien is good against Prophet, and we see the results of that here. I think even Prophet, I mean, he could do better. You can always do better, but you can. I think you focus a lot more on the knifing he's doing. But if you're getting this much, you don't have to worry about that, you know. So ton of regen. 4 tangos, 1 Sal, and 4 more tangos for Yakiro. So they are reacting to the Bloodseeker right now, and that's a kill on Earthshaker. I'm missing everything right now.
That's okay. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm in control. The Earthshaker just tried to go for that 4-minute rune, ended up running into a Rubik and a Nyx, and of course the teleportation from the Nature's Prophet sets up for another. He does have a Sprout on Ayano, but there is a Shaker coming in still, back from the dead. Telekinesis is here. Fissure will only land onto that one Nature's Prophet, but the Impale will be held. Finally will be committed to kill off the Nature's Prophet. These phase boots on Shadowburn doing so much work, but the jump forward from the Faceless Void does get the kill. Now starting beating into the Rubik. Gets a lucky bash. One more punch from the neutrals. Harpy's Stormcrafter. These creeps have had really good last hitting in this game.
That's
we'll
so
kill off the Nature's Prophet proper.
Void really needed that kill. He picked up Over Venom, which was crucial there. He wouldn't have killed the Prophet without that. I think Prophet maybe could have used Phase Boots better. I think he kind of used it when he didn't have to, and then when Void was closing in, he should have used it to run away and not even gotten hit once. Those things are very small, and you don't even notice them yourself, because most players just spam that button. Puck is starting to struggle. We saw he had like, I think he had 5 out of maybe 4 out of 6 lost hits the first 2 waves, and now he's up to 9. He's gotten not a lot after that, and it's been 5 minutes.
Maybe it doesn't matter if you miss a couple CS because you take a hero kill, and that'll bring you back about to where you should be. Not bad, 189 gold here for the Puck. But still, I mean, yeah, the Puck may be able to get a handful of kills. These kills aren't going on to the right hero. Like, Rubik may die, who cares? It's really all about the Bloodseeker, all about that Nature's Prophet going down. And Nature's Prophet, because he's gotten all this CS that you mentioned earlier, with this phase boots, with actually an Orchid first build-up, opting to go for that instead of the drum.
Going on Bloodseeker or this seems.
It'll be fine.
So, look, top 3 last hits. This game is gonna be hard for Infamous, I think. They don't have like great comeback heroes either, you know. They have Void, who's kind of like, it takes time before he's online, and he needs to get a good early chrono with a kill, but do they have the damage to follow up that early chrono? With TA struggling, she needs to have the ancient stacks to catch up.
They need Stinger to not die. I don't think that's in the cards. Fissure.
Oh, that was close. That was scary, because he got the Fissure off Bloodseeker, it might have died instead. And no bash. Right. Void needed a bash to get a kill on Prophet. Oh, and now bottom lane instead happened.
Pita kills off the Bloodseeker without the coil. Bloodseeker wasn't that strong. He was only at like 300, 400 HP, but still, that was incredible for Pita.
Now Prophet. Oh, he might survive.
Oh, they coil to cancel the TP of the Nyx Assassin over in the mid lane in the meantime.
That was bad side blades.
Leo Style doing what he can. That was action all around the map. But ultimately, unfortunately, Leo Style doesn't get any kills over in mid. And if any kills were to happen, especially on this Death Prophet, could have catapulted Leo Style to the top of the net worth chart easy. And actually given Infamous a little bit of momentum instead. And they do get the pick off on the Bloodseeker. For the Puck, that is incredible. Now gunning straight for that Blink Dagger. But they've already lost 1 tower to this Nature's Prophet and kind of half-assed push from him. It's only a matter of time until Death Prophet gets her ultimate as well, and then the towers are really going to be in danger.
The mid towers have already taken about 600 damage, 500 damage. So with the Prophet ultimate, they could definitely take something down. He's going for drums, which I don't really have an opinion about. It's a bit expensive, I guess, but it's okay. This is a good pause by Rubik. They need to think about how they're gonna play this game now. Totally. Probably a legit reason, but I think this was a good pause if it was tactical. I'm gonna say that.
Well,
because
I'll
they
let
need
you
to
in
get
on a secret. SA games have a lot of pauses for no stated reason.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that's an accepted thing here, because the opponent didn't even question it. You know, they're like, we're gonna sit there and wait. Like no question mark, no like what is happening.
They're probably like, oh great, we were just about to do that ourselves. We needed to get the door or something, I don't know, but either way, Faceless Void now has that level 6 mark, is going to be pushing back in towards the top tier 2. That's level 2 Liquid Fire here.
I mean, TA, this is a rotation that seems far-fetched, but it's gonna work. This is a huge kill if they get it, and they will. Middle of the stack, he cleared all the small ancients, and then they come in, kill him, and take the big, valuable one. Great rotation.
Top lane will be pushed in the meantime, but that is exactly what Taka need in order to keep this Templar Assassin from snowballing out of control. Gotta delay those core items. There's a Fissure that's gonna be cast, but Death Prophet captures Stinger in the Siphon, plus the Sprout. Right clicks will get the kill, if not for the Drain. Pita has arrived, does have an Orb Coil, but he does not want to touch this lane. It's already down, and Death Prophet ultimate is actually only halfway up, and that was actually Arcane Runed. So that ultimate from the DP is going to be up soon.
Oh, that's disgusting. That's messes with your head as Infamous, you know. You think you have like an extra 30 seconds, 20 seconds. At least they got top tower. I wonder if Void is gonna look from Midas or something like that. He has a lot of cheap items right now. You know, he picked up Over Venom, Ring of Aquila, and a Former Shield that he bought at the start. So, can he afford to buy that? This is a very early game itemization from Team Taka. And there's the second one.
Told you. I mean, for Taka right now, they... Brazilian internet, of course. They are, again, building in towards this Orchid on the Nature's Prophet. Level-wise, they're maybe not quite where they really want to be. Obviously want to get those level 6s ASAP on the Nyx Assassin and the Rubik. For Infamous, they do have a Chronosphere. It's not really going to be with a lot of extra damage unless that Chronosphere is perfectly placed, get the TA attacking into it or something along those lines. But, man, they have just 45 seconds now to wait. So they can maybe take down the last tier 1. And for Infamous, as you said, they don't really have any great ways of coming back into it. They need this Blink Dagger on Puck. And to his credit, he will now get it. For an off-lane Puck against a Bloodseeker, a remarkable timing on this item.
Like
but can it do enough?
Great timing. Can they do something with it though? I think that's hard. I think it seems hard, you know. You're honestly, the blink is too early. Like, that's the issue. I feel like maybe I think it should have gone Midas, honestly. I think this blink is too early to make anything happen with it.
Oh, a Stinger. Just hugging the creeps, trying to absorb some experience. Is actually going to get away. There's definitely situations where Blink Dagger, like, early is nothing but good. And then there's situations where like, you wish you could have gotten that boot upgrade first, or I don't know about Hand of Midas. That seems a little bit too expensive in this type of game, but
they're smoking up here. I don't know. I'm uncertain about this. I feel like they might kill like someone, but Bloodseekers seems hard to kill, and if they kill Rubik, it's not worth it. I think then Midas would have been better.
Oh, he's gonna blow the smoke of everyone and just stay there in the trees. Oh yeah, he's not escaping this one. They could just waste him without using that coil. They'll just orb through, and it's not exactly a spectacular Blink Dagger reveal, but still a kill. It's a kill.
It's not bad, but I would have liked Midas more, honestly. If I played this pack and I knew if I thought about it when the pause happened, I would have bought Midas instead.
Well,
and they're gonna defend his tower, so this is a risky play. Oh fuck, he can orb out, I think, if he does it. Yeah, he doesn't take damage from that.
ETT still arriving with the Vendetta, is going to impale Mana Burn, kill off the Puck. They do take down Shadow Burn. Is that a solo kill? Yeah, Void just straight solo killed Shadow Burn on top.
It's kind of like Proper was probably looking at bottom and like trying to find anywhere to TP, and then the Void jumps in, maybe gets a lucky bash to cancel the TP and then bonus. That happens a lot when you play Void, when you play Proper against these kind of heroes. It's kind of hard to not have happen at least one. He is going the enemy build on their Prophet though, with the Medallion Solar Crest, which I do like, honestly.
Works really well when you're also packing an Ancient Prophet with an Orchid build up. Bloodseeker as well loves this build. And the reason this build works is, of course, you have Exorcism, which does physical damage. They can do quite a bit of work onto this bottom tier 1. Maybe think about... Nah, Exorcism is used a little bit too early there. So yeah, Puck Blink Dagger would have definitely been overshadowed by a Midas if he was going to pick that up right now. I still don't really blame him for that decision, but it does seem like Leo style. He needs to start playing this game. He so far has just been farming and has actually gotten a hell of a lot of gold. He's somehow on top of the net worth chart despite being, you know, barely involved in this game. But with the Blink Dagger off these Ancients...
Void. This is like such a risky play. You know, he activates Nazgûl Mana under Ancients. It's like if there was a Nyx, you know, scouting him, that could have been a solo kill. Like on the, I feel like this is such a high risk, like mediocre value play. And Nyx actually picked up. What is up with these early blinks on like he's a position 4 Nyx and he got a 30-minute blink. You know, the Puck was offlane in a bad matchup. Got like a 10-minute, 9-minute. Pretty insane timings on the blinks actually. And
then TA gets hurt.
Bloodseeker is going a big item though, so this is a timing that maybe Infamous can abuse. Void is farmed. He is farming way better than I expected.
I've been on record being, in general, against the Radiance on Bloodseeker because now's about the time when you want to use the Rupture, get the kills, rinse, repeat. You don't really want to sit back and farm for Radiance. Now, if you're getting kills, yeah, pick up the Radiance, but choosing between one or the other generally just makes me dislike this build on the Bloodseeker. But, you know, all that being said, Blink Dagger now up on the TA, up on the Puck as well. So Infamous are ready to get... Leostyle is actually going to show it off in the bottom lane. He's going to get a lot of gold off of it for sure, but this is going to be a tricky game for Infamous to actually get initiations off. The Nyx Assassin is scouting up towards top lane. He has his Blink Dagger, so if he gets spotted with Dust or something like that, he can immediately blink out of there. There is another Death Prophet ultimate right now, and it looks like Taka really want to use this. Right now, the Leostyle with that Blightstone put in the work on this bottom tier wolf.
Yeah, they are... oh, the enemy is Earthshake actually. This is scary. Do they have any form of detection? No.
There is...
It seems
nothing.
like hard to go though. You need everyone, and Void has cooldown on him for 3 seconds right now. They have to be careful about not going too early, and they need to blow Death Prophet.
Fissure and Echo Slam onto the Death Prophet with the coil. Still not dead. Couple more right clicks. TA is going to come in. They were just saving that kill for the TA. That's what happened there. He also took down tower already. Now the Chronosphere lands onto the Nyx Assassin. He's going to be squashed like the bug he is. Rubik in the trees. We'll get 2-shot by Leostyle. It's a double kill for the TA, a single kill for the Void. They stop the push cold, draw out the Exorcism. And, I mean, yeah, a lot of credit to the Shaker there, but also a lot of credit to an Invis rune, which doesn't exactly hurt. And now, hey, we have another fast Blink Dagger on the way. Shaker is almost at his.
Yeah, it's a good play there. I was a bit scared though. I guess there's no incentive to have detection though, so I can't really blame them. I think maybe they could have been fast enough to stop TA from getting that second auto attack on the Prophet. That's a weird death. He has 5 sentries on him, the hero. That seems like an overreaction.
He didn't get any of them out, and Leostyle...
I mean, I don't think this was bad overall for Team Taka though. I think that kinda secured the Radiance, or closely secured the Radiance at least. Even though they lost a few heroes. I think he can farm it before the next Chrono is really usable. So I don't think that's a big issue for them. I think they lost a bit, but they secured their own timings.
They're gonna Vendetta the Faceless Void. Jack is Bounty Rune.
Does he have walking? Oh, he does, but there's no TV. Oh, that's one of the... I hate that when I play Prophet, you know why? I'm like, oh, I can kill, I'm gonna come in and order him, like, oh yeah, they have TP out. It's like when you play Bloodseeker, you expect that to happen, but when you play Prophet, you don't think about it as much. You're like trying to like, oh, I need to body block the treants, blah blah blah, I need to do all this stuff, I need to ultimate on the other side, but... And then you're like, oh yeah, he has TP so.
God damn it, Nyx. Save your stun. Rubik, why aren't you here? Ping, 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 ping. We are actually going to have another smoke. Blink Coil level 1, Echo Slam with the Blink Dagger isn't up, but maybe they'll be in time. They're going to find a Bloodseeker farming. He won't lose any gold though, he already purchased the relic. They know that there's someone here, they don't know exactly who it is. They're going to dust up just in case it's someone invisible. They'll jump in towards the Bloodseeker and very quickly put him down. They have a Chronosphere now up. Although the silence is going to land onto the Faceless Void. Stinger is... Oh, and that's not Stinger, that's a Yano. He's going to see the Nyx Assassin. Full sentries being placed. Still now with the Chronosphere and the Echo Slam. Not really sure if Taka can fight this, but they're not looking to fight this. They're looking to push. Up towards top lane, the tier 2 is going to be dropped incredibly quickly without even having to use that Exorcism from the Death Prophet. So it's bad to lose your Bloodseeker, but take a tier 2 tower. It's probably worth it for them.
Oh, are they fighting here? Can he stop the TP? Yes, they can.
Jump forward onto the Jakiro, abandoned by his allies. Everyone else not comfortable going in since Leostyle left.
Not a big pick, but I think that's... the game is kinda even, and I think that Infamous are getting value from their plays. You know, they smoke and they get the tower, get a kill. all of that stuff, but it's still like this looming threat of the Bloodseeker, who isn't farming bad at all, and I'm worried that his Radiance plus a nice team fight is gonna be really hard for Infamous Young to deal with. They have the Blink Echo though, and they also have the Void who can almost solo kill him. So they have a lot of tools. So is he getting? Did he change his build? He had a I thought he was gonna get Shadow Blade. He had that queued up, but he's gonna go BKB straight after Mask of Madness. I think this is very rare for Voids. I think most Voids dislike going BKB.
Well, even before this BKB, he had a Lincoln Sphere also. So that's 3 items that he's not really sure what to buy. So, you know, it may not be this BKB. Holding on to a lot of gold for right now, and Void definitely is a hero that needs to spend that gold. You need to make sure you get all the value you can, or else you run the risk of just being a little bit too burstable. You don't have all those strength items that you're going to be picking up. Either way, still it is a pretty even game right now. The problem, though, is brewing in this Bloodseeker, as the Radiance is pretty much guaranteed on him. In Leo style, well, he has the Desolator. He's going to go for an MKB to an answer to that mischance of the Radiance.
These are weird item choices. Like, I understand that there's like a Radiance and a Solar Crest, and you want the MKB and you want the BKB, but you generally get those later. And I think these early pickups could backfire, as in like they aren't good against those items, but they're not valuable in itself, you know. I'm a bit worried about this kind of itemization from Infamous.
Just the build up, man. It's so long buying items that are not cost effective when what's the alternative? You go for something like a Dragonlance? I'll be completely down if Leo Style just says, screw this MKB, I'm gonna go for a Dragonlance. Just a nice valuable stat item. Nice and cost effective. Oh, PTT is gonna get caught with the Vendetta. In the coil, in the silence, and one shot by Leo Style. Maybe even looking for more. There's an Invis Rune on the Death Prophet. So they'll catch the Nyx Assassin wandering in. Don't really spend all that much to kill him off except for that coil, but it does seem like Infamous don't really have any plans for right now. They're just gonna sit back and farm.
Yeah, I mean, they're confident. They have a Void TA core, which is a strong late game. Void is, I mean, Prophet is also rushing BKB, and the Bloodseeker is dead.
Oh, there was a Bloodseeker there. I thought they were just farming. Over in the bottom lane, in the meantime, they're sitting up for the Face's Void kill. They have 2 silences here in the Orchid and the regular silence spell from the Death Prophet, and that's a super dead Void. Does expend the Exorcism for it, though.
They won't get
actually do any building damage.
Unless they do some weird rogue play, which he is thinking about. Where is he? No, there's not enough time on Exorcism. Or, what? Okay. They are going for it. I think this could have been like 5 seconds quicker, and it might have been valuable.
So many creeps there, though. Shaker, if he only knew, is gonna back off. This is...
I don't know about this. This is not happening before Void spawns, I think. Or at least Infamous can initiate and then have Void follow up.
The Leo Style doesn't have any traps in the area.
There's no way. You have to give bail. I think you bail. Yeah, they are.
But Infamous aren't even addressing this. I'm sure they know, like they have to know, right? But they haven't sent out any traps. They haven't cast any spells.
They accept the Roche is dead, and then like, oh, in Taka like, oh, we can't do it.
Now's about the time when you place a trap in there and see the fact that Roche is at half HP. So could have worked out pretty well for Infamous if they were actually there in time. Sentry's there, so the trap's immediately going to get taken out, so they know that something's going on. But with the Faceless Void now up, chance for Infamous to go in, although they don't see anything. Everyone is smoked up at the high ground. Death Prophet's going to show herself in the creep wave. We got Time Walk stolen on the Rubik, so he can jump in and stun someone. Who's he actually going to find? Wrath of Nature bouncing through, giving the Bloodseeker quite a few stacks of that thirst.
I think Prophet should split push now. If he split pushes...
Not though, they're going to jump in. That Impale completely whiffs on that Faceless Void. He's still going to get silenced for a very long time. He has the BKB. Drop the Chronosphere really whenever he wants to. Is now going to do so to hold this Bloodseeker back. Where's the damage output? Leo Style stuck on the wrong side of a Fissure. Now they're going to try to focus down this Bloodseeker with the bashes and the Echo Slam. Shaker is going to buy out and kill off the Bloodseeker. Fissure onto 2 more. Stuns even more coming, but even better stuns. Oh, never mind. Aeon lands the Big Daddy stun onto 3. Let's Leo Style start spilling the damage through.
Oh,
Up against the Solar Crest, not a ton of damage though. Is maybe going to run into the Siphon a little bit too hard, but no, will eventually get this kill. Shadowburn is back with the telekinesis, pushes the Templar Assassin out of that Sprout. Now the Eul Scepter on Shadowburn. He's just got to run up against Leo Style. That's not a fight where he wants to be. He loses his Rubik support. Now he's literally stuck in a corner. Is there any vision here? He's going to lose his cover as Masha is going to buy out herself.
They should head Roche right away. If they go Roche right now, I think that exorcism is worth it.
Well,
oh, such a tense moment right now.
There's an orb. Pita knows the timing. And no, that's not Ayano. It's Leo Style. Templar Assassin does have a regen, which is a little bit too far away. That's going to be Aegis cleared out. PTT is going to miss
Leo Style.
Leo Style will be fine. That was an absolute mess, but I'm pretty sure Taka are okay with the end result.
I think they are. That was weird though, because you don't want Aegis on the Prophet either, you know. You would have preferred to have it on Bloodseeker. That was a weird fight overall. Who bought back, by the way? Did both Prophets buy back?
Death Prophet and Shaker bought back.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking Nature Prophet also bought back maybe, because it seemed like he lost gold, but I think it's just the slash and stuff like that.
PTT is going to find the Faceless Void. Nature's Prophet, can he come in here?
This is scary for him. He has the BKB, so he's not afraid of the Hex though. So we're gonna see what Prophet decides to go. To follow up with a Hex of the BKB is very common. People do it a lot. He's queuing Shadowblade right now, but that might be his option.
Shadowblade with the Orchid means that you could very easily initiate, or at least have a chance of initiating on someone like a Puck, despite that Eul Scepter, which is of course going to make it a little bit of a problem. Split push wise, it's a very strong item to have as well. This game 13-17 so far looking extremely even, still on both sides. BKBs though, 2 of them were picked up and used in that last fight for Infamous. And I mean the fight went decently for them and all, but you got to make sure that BKBs, especially those first couple charges, are a little bit better than average. Like, you really got to try to get some value out of them.
Yeah, both teams have these BKBs though, so it's kind of like you're kind of fading it. Like, both are gonna use it. Prophet hasn't used it yet, but Nature Prophet, I mean. I had something to mention. It's the Shadowblade on Prophet is super good against TA, because TA is a hero that jumps a hero like Prophet and just kills him straight up. Like, you can't do anything about it. But if you have Shadowblade away, most likely you're not gonna be detected, because you're generally standing like outside the fights, you know, kind of poking. And if the TA sees you, he's gonna blink on you, burst you, because that's what he wants to do. But then you have a Shadowblade just run out and TA wasted her time, her time is much more valuable than your time.
And TA usually isn't going to have detection on her, so
yeah,
you may be in sentry range or whatever, but yeah, you can see TA's item slots are already pretty crowded, and with the amount of farm she's getting, it's going to be even more crowded. Push on this bottom tier 2 is going to get them a nice little tower here. Death Prophet does have the exorcism right now, but again...
Prophet. I see him keeping in the opponent's base. I'm like, how are you doing this, dude? They traded towers. Still even game. It's shifting between less than 1k gold net for between both teams all the time.
Well, that tower is going to make the Infamous quite a bit. The Death Prophet does have still that Aegis. And if you can make aggressive plays while the enemy team does have that double life, it's going to be great for you.
Seems like they're gathering for a smoke, or are they? Did they decide not to?
They have a Chronosphere. They have all their ults.
Yeah, it seems like they want to, but they might be trying to time Aegis or something, so they're like waiting. But they're 5-manning now, they don't want to get picked up right now, and Prophet isn't really forcing the lanes either, he's kind of farming safely. So they feel a bit more confident 5-manning, because the lanes aren't being pressured, so they don't have to speed up and defend them.
Seeker's still getting quite a bit of farm, 3,700 gold for him, and the smoke is going to come out first from the Taka side. If they're able to catch someone kind of lagging in behind, odds are it's going to be a Chikiro, a Shaker. Either way, lots of magic damage and control will be taken out. Or if they find Leo Style, looks like right now he's the most likely person to get caught. There's a sentry in the area. Of course, not going to do anything up against this smoke. Full 5-man rotation for both sides. If they're paying attention, they'll see the ghosts in the mid lane. I think they know what's going on now. Death Prophet just kind of wants to suicide, use up this Aegis, but Infamous, they already shoved the top lane, bottom lane. I don't think they can get here in time. It's not even worth it for them. Just let this Aegis time out.
Because Exism has already been half used. Yeah, they... I think that was a bit questionable. I don't think you commit for this though. From Infamous.
Coil stolen by the Rubik, but it's not going to matter with the 2-man Chronosphere with the Macropyre. Rubik's going to die first thing, and Nick Assassin as well, taking absolutely huge beating. The Aegis is going to be reclaimed at the worst possible time for the Death Prophet. I did not take the timer because I don't do that, man, but Infamous sure as hell did.
Yeah, that was perfect time.
That was razor
thin. That day, but then they got the good chrono. I think the chrono shouldn't have been allowed to be that good. I think it was slightly a positional mistake. But they timed the Aegis and that made the fight totally in their favor. Otherwise I think they would have traded even more or less, like they probably would have lost 1 or 2 more themselves. But really good play from them, and suddenly TA is very far ahead out of anyone else. And Prophet, Nature Prophet secondary, but he's not a strong hero right now. He has this like mix and match build that's kinda not good for anything specific. He can't abuse any aspect of it.
TT's pushing in just outside of sentry range. He'll impale onto the Templar Assassin. They get to lift up. They'll have the silence, the vision, the ice path. It'll be difficult for them to advance. Although Templar Assassin gonna try to teleport out. They don't have anything else. She's gone. They took down the tower. Despite that attempt from Taka, now it's gonna be Infamous winning the fight in a pretty big way in Leo style. He does have enough. He actually has the MKB completed on the courier. There it is. So Templar Assassin damage output, not too bad right now. And if you keep landing those Chronospheres on the Faceless Void, this TA can just annihilate everyone as long as the hero's in a good spot with that Chronosphere. So for Taka, it does seem like they have to kind of rely a little bit more now on the split push. Maybe
this is a good kill if they can get it. He's gonna be able to blink out. Oh, they got the fate. They have no detection. What?
Okay. Well, maybe they can kill off the enemy Jakiro and take his gem. Siphon is gonna be on the puck. Death Prophet's getting a little bit of HP from this, but nowhere near enough. Wrath of Nature bounces through, wrecks Pepita, but this puck is still very much so alive, still with that True Sight gem. He's gonna take out an Obs in Leo style. He's gonna get a freebie there, not only just that Death Prophet, but also survival when he should have been, by all rights, dead.
He had the sentry, so he saw that he saw Nyx right as the body was to stun. It's like, I don't know if your normal reaction is to meld either, because like at this level you expect people to carry detection. It's pretty funny that he like insta melded, and it's not supposed to work, you know, but it did.
And meld is an odd invis tool. Like you expect it to like you stun and you're not melded anymore, but if you're stunned, it's no big deal. It's displacement that cancels the meld. So if you get force staffed, then that's canceled or like pushed by something. Oh, Pepita. He's gonna get jumped. He didn't have the silence, but the Vendetta hit does a lot of damage, and that's gonna be the gem.
That's the gem. Well, now if you don't want to buy detection, there's a simpler way, and it's just getting the opponent gem. Problem solved.
There's going to be so many sentries across the map. Jakiro has wasted.
Yeah, Kiro has bought
all of his sentries.
I want to see after the game. I think he bought 15 sentries maybe this game. Close to 20 maybe even. He bought so many sentries, and I think he was the one who bought the gem as well. He has spent so much money on that.
Was it his gem? Yeah, he did. Just buying detection in the front though. Chronosphere lands again onto 2. Leo style isn't even needed to clean up these kills. They already take down 2. PTT is gonna die in the corner, give back the gem to Infamous. There are pings out for him, but that's from Yellow. So Infamous may not know about that gem. Do they care? None of these heroes have buyback, and they took barely any damage from that. That's just Chronosphere power right there with a double damage Faceless Void. And the courier from the Radiant is not moving, because if it moves out, it might just die here. This is looking like Rax at least one set. I mean, bottom lane, Shadowburn is swarming this tower with Treants. He will get quite a bit of damage done there, but They're looking for 2 lanes of Rax. Jakiro is actually going to fall back.
Jakiro can defend alone. He doesn't need any help. He has ultimate, and this is not going to be pushable for Prophet.
Well, I Hate Anime is back. Does lay down that blood right. Mid Rax cleared. He's not really with many stacks of Thirst right now, and now he's going to drop solo. He will maybe be able to clean up this Earthshaker. Leo Styles, well, none too healthy. They now have a Sentry, and the Templar Assassin will go down. Ultimately, though, the damage, it's in total 1 full set of Rax in 2 separate lanes, which is certainly very odd, but they do take down the TA. Gem of True Sight still in the trees, just hiding there. But Infamous showing off their team fight, and Taka, in order to respond to that, they need to get initiation on their own.
This Bloodseeker hasn't showed himself at all this game, really. There's been a few fights, but he has never really been involved. And let's see if they can make anything. Yeah, they're gonna be able to get roof with this. But this game is not over. It's relatively even, I think, with this Aegis in their favor and some good alimentation. I think Team Taka has a good chance at this game. That's a smoke. Chrono is up in 2 seconds. And the Roche is gonna be dead though before that. Maybe Team Taka could take a fight right away.
Yeah, still the bats are out, so you do not want to go into this. They do have a Blink Chrono and a Blink Echo. Or I guess just a regular Chrono. And they will find PTT as he pushes forward a little bit too much. Does get stunned up. But Carapace will return a little bit of damage there onto the Shaker. But they'll land the silence onto the Faceless Void. They do need the TA right about now. They'll take down the Nyx Assassin, but use a lot of their gas in order to do so. So the Chronosphere is up. Silence on the Faceless Void can purge that off whenever he wants. Jumps up to the high ground. Now he's ruptured, so BKB not going to help you. He's going to cast it anyway. Time walking in a little bit of HP. Now get the Chronosphere off. Still alive. Still just swinging at the Bloodseeker. And now will get picked off by Shadow Burn. But the Macro Pyre will kill off the H. But now here comes Leo Style, the heavy hitter. And she's going to keep the Death Prophet alive as she's still stuck in the coil. Leo Style with the MKB doing way too much damage here. Now BKB pop. Now in a man fight versus I Hate Anime. And it looks like Anime is going to win up against the hater of Bloodseeker. Well, he's not dead just yet. They go for Shadowburn instead. Looks like the Puck will be able to seal the deal on the Bloodseeker. Shadowburn is...
If Puck can get up there.
Invisible, jump up, Dust, and Yules. That's a kill. Kabam. That is a full wipe in favor of Infamous, despite how weird that looked starting off without their TA. She does come in the nick of time.
Oh, such a good play by Void to like realize he was dead and then like do all the damage he could, and then like he survived for like 5 more seconds because he kind of accepted his own fate. And TA spawned just in time to clean up and got a nice gold boost. And there's gonna be Silver Edge on Prophet. I don't think this is the item here, and I think Death Prophet and Bloodseeker are kind of struggling to have the proper impact. Oh, Puck, are you dying? Oh, if Ruby could insta... there's no way you can.
He's even gonna drop a coil. Just be careful though, not to let Rubik have that. Although TA is coming in, the coil will be snapped.
Oh no, he broke the coil. That's Ags, right? Yeah, it is.
And there he goes. I was like, are they not gonna go for him? No, they'll go for him. They're just gonna take their sweet ass time doing so. So Pizza gonna show off that new Aghanim's coil stun duration. BKB piercing as well, not really sure if that's really relevant, but I think, like, every single one of these fights so far, there have been no Death Prophet ultimates because the timing at which Infamous forced them was such that the Death Prophet just used the ultimate to push something or kill off Roche or, you know, one of those other uses. So they've been playing around this Death Prophet pretty well, and without that ultimate, I mean, she doesn't really do all that much. Like, she can survive for quite a long time, I suppose, with the Siphons, but damage-wise, it's not enough. You need more damage, and that damage is on cooldown.
Yeah, and the other heroes doesn't really provide enough. Both Bloodseeker and Nature Prophet. I think Nature Prophet needs to... I think he should get a Shivas, honestly. It's very nice against heroes like TA and Void, and it kind of messes with this minor stuff like Blinks and stuff, and it's also... I think that's the item, honestly. I don't think this... Is Silver good against anything? Does it do anything? It doesn't, right? Like, what's the point? It stops nothing.
Reduce the damage of the Templar Assassin? Basically with Silver Edge, it's like, are you breaking something valuable? If yes, get it. If no, stay with the Shadow Blade. And
I mean,
it seems like it's going to be incredibly
valuable. Never buy that item.
Game.
It's never worth the money. Not even against Bristleback. I guess maybe Bristleback. Oh, he's buying it. I'm going to be so disappointed if he does.
I mean,
he can still change the hex.
he has ultimate orb already.
I believe in a hex. He will change. Oh, he sold it. Oh, he's realizing.
Still has any
He
quick buy.
Swiftly to the
I mean,
Templar's defense.
Maybe he's just saving buyback. I don't know. I really dislike the red here. I think it's close to game losing item to buy.
It's not like you're hurting for item slots either. Like, you don't
That
have
Kiro
to just
is.
value upgrade your items. You can just get another item.
You see Akira's level.
Force everyone on the bottom lane back. As the Jakiro was just shoving in this top lane as much as he can. Jakiro actually is level 21. Seems a little bit high right now, and it is actually. They're going to jump towards the Bloodseeker. BKB popped. He's going to turn around to Pita. Spike Carapace stun. They will kill off the puck.
Rupture on T8. He is half HP. Can they follow up on him?
Do they have True Sight? Please tell me they have True Sight now.
God,
Neostyle's going to fight on. He will finally go down to something. Rubik jacked him up somehow, but they will lose the Death Prophet in exchange. And the Jakiro will also die.
Void wants revenge.
Oh, he's gonna find the Rubik. Can't do anything about that. He's gonna try to glimmer himself, but there's True Sight here for the Dire. That's one. Looking for two. With the stun for the Shaker, that will be two. Does anyone else want a piece of this Void? I mean, TA may have gone down there, but this Void has a lot of net worth at this point. Plus, still Chronosphere in his back pocket. Plus, now seeing the Nature's Prophet teleport to the bottom lane, knows that Nature's Prophet probably isn't gonna be back here. So let's see what damage they could actually do versus this tower. Oh, they're all in, man.
Oh.
TA is gonna travel over towards the mid lane with the travel that she bought and now backpack.
This is a good buyback, I think. I think this is a super good play. I mean,
Faces Void on top.
This is risky.
Still 20 seconds left until he has his BKB, now Ruptured and Bloodthorn and dead. He was left alone. Shaker just went to the TA instead. TA took down the bottom lane, which is, I guess, kind of nice, but for a buyback, I'm not entirely sure if that's worth it, since Void doesn't have one of his own, is just short.
They don't know though. That's the only saving grace I think for Infamous. If they knew on Team Taka, they would probably push mid and probably get Megas. And he bought Seed Red, so they lost, I think.
Templar Assassin now at that level 25. Does have that refraction instance. Again,
you know the difference between these teams?
True Sight.
It's the Yakiro and the supports on Team Taka. This Yakiro has 2 gems queued up just in case. While Team Taka has had no detection for 3 fights in a row against TA.
Oh, TA does have the gem nearby, so they will be able to get her out of there. But I mean, like, you know, gems aside, this Jakiro, I was just about to say, is a very high level, and that's partially because of this talent. 25% experience gain is quite a bit. It's gonna, you know, push him up towards this gold per minute talent, but man, he's a super high level, and just by like counting all the stats that he gets, Jakiro's stat growth, at least in the stats that matter, the intelligence, the strength, is actually reasonably high. So this Jakiro is definitely doing a lot more than perhaps you would expect a Jakiro to do 40 minutes in the game. Again, support check on the other end, 14 and 18, 16 and 18 on the Rubik and the Nyx Assassin. So Jakiro may not have a lot of gold because he's spending it all on these consumables, this detection, but still is keeping up in a different metric.
He has a great, 25 talents as well. Both of them are really good. So definitely a high impact level 25 there. And what's the gem status? Jakiro is not carrying it. He gave it to Puck, and I think Team Taka has one as well on someone.
Yeah, this is the Nyx Assassin gem. Is that the gem that was in the trees? Is that has been claimed? But this smoke though, then look into Roche. The scan range is gonna see that there's nothing there. They will find Stinger. No, that's not Stinger. God damn it! It's Nyx Assassin. Jump forward, looking for the Death Prophet as well. 2 down, both with no buyback.
Prophet has to split push.
He's got to go hard, but immediately 2 TPs are there. Templar Assassin still has that travels backpacked. There are going to be creep waves coming in, and they
need to fight mid now while the others are away. But I don't know if that's a reasonable play.
You can see Faceless Void just standing still, kind of asking the Bloodseeker to rupture him, because he does have the Linkage Sphere at the ready. So knowing that that's off the board is a big deal for Infamous, makes this push so much easier. They have Liquid Fire, of course, maxed out. It's 42 minutes in. Another creep wave is going to be coming in from mid and bottom. So backdoor protection is not effective. This Sprout also is not effective because Void's range is just higher than the Sprout. A long mace, what can I say? They'll jump in. Think about the Chronosphere on the Bloodseeker. With the Shrine active, they'll reconsider. He's now Lotus Orb up. The Echo Shell is going to let him initiate onto Shadowburn freely. No bashes, though. Never lucky. Now broken. But the Megas are already claimed. No, 6 HP. Get in there with the BKB. Got it. And now he's going to drop the Chronosphere onto 2, including Shadowburn. With this right click and the Macro Fire, it's going to do so much damage. That's the regular Prophet down. Death Prophet still down for another 10 seconds. Big time walk back. Before this base is void. The Chronosphere is actually going to get him out. No. They have a telekinesis. They got him. But can they actually kill off Leo Style? Where are you going, Leo Style? Get back here. Your team is fighting. Looks like they're kind of just trying to leave. Stinger is going to throw a Fissure on a couple. Mana Burn. Leo Style's still not arriving. He's kind of baiting for Pepita to jump in onto PTT. Oh, he's going to get immediately Carapissed. Get destroyed, Puck. Has a Yule Scepter. Has a Phase Shift. Has a Blink. Oh, Blink to the south, but he's being chased by a lot of guys. I can't help but feel that for Infamous, they could have just straight ended the game there if Leo Style committed, but he does not have a buyback, so that is the correct move. And now Infamous, will have everyone else available to defend against this. I think Megas win the game here. Oh, actually, Leo Style.
Oh, that's not a camera of Death Puppet though. And he is 20, so that's so huge.
No way, there's no detection again.
I mean, no, you gotta be joking me. You can't be serious.
Oh my god, if they kill off Leo Style here, that's just it. Oh, they might do it. They have a Yule Scepter. But he just held. Oh, is there any...
Did you see Nick's TP?
There's no truce.
Oh my god.
God, he's just gonna blink out. Stinger does have an Echo Slam. Leo Style again will just hide in the meld. As now the True Set is finally gonna come in. They'll kill off the TA, but the base is kind of in shambles here as Ayano's gonna try to hide in the Roche pit. Roche is kind of beating him down though. Shadowburn goes out of Wrath of Nature. They have to limit their losses right now. The Shaker's gonna look to go in, get a cheese kill on the Bloodseeker, but ends up getting caught by a stolen Ice Path. With the Impale, they'll kill out the Void. He still has the buyback, and the base of the Radiant is being destroyed, but they will make it a full delayed team wipe. This Shaker has a mechanism? Are you kidding me, man? Okay, whatever. He's gonna clean house. Only
Somebody
2 heroes here.
To me, please. I have no clue what's going on anymore.
They have a gem though. That's what's important.
I think X is up soon as well. Yeah, 30 seconds. Oh my god. Oh, Puck knows how to play Dota. I mean, this is not a Dota game anymore though, let's be honest. This is like something else.
This is South American Dota. SA Dota, I mean, right here, boys.
It's been like 30 minutes where TA has just melded in places she should have died like several times, and she has survived for way too long. I think Team Taka will be managing to get something out of this. If it's Roche or if it's a Rax, I don't know, but something they should be definitely be able to get out of it.
They're still a solid 30.
They can defend relatively good as well against Megas. They have Bloodseeker and Prophet are great against Nation, but that is.
Problem though comes when these heroes are going to respawn, and I think, yeah, by the time Templar Assassin dies again, she will have buyback. So that big opening of TA's down, she's down for good, we can actually do something, that's gone. At least for a little while now. And Infamous have been really, really consistent about finding those openings. The Chronospheres, the Coils, they've all been on the mark. And Taka now will be kind of just bottled up in their base. They may have the Aegis and the Cheese. Looks like it's Aegis on the Nature Prophet and Cheese on the other Prophet. But for Infamous, the game plan right now is pretty clear. Just wait for someone to get picked off while defending those Ancients. Do they have any True Sight though? That's the big question.
They have
Yakiro.
Gem on Nyx and Rubik at least now, and Yakiro should have detection, right? Oh my god, he doesn't.
Wow, what a scrub. No True Sight?
He's done.
Oh, the Impale just misses though! Okay, that's fine. You don't need True Sight. You just gotta hope that the Nyx Assassin botches his initiation, and then you're good.
Should be detection on the Courier. Yeah, 2 sentries at least. I feel like there
There's
should
a
be a
dire
gem.
obs. Sees two.
I promise you, there's a gem laying somewhere random in this game. It always happens in these long games where there's several gems. And like, suddenly you'll find a gem just running farming. Like there will be a gem somewhere.
There's 2 gems that are held by the Radiant team. None on the Dire. They would have otherwise had it. I guess it'll be near Roche, right? If there is a gem.
I'll find it. I know there's a gem somewhere. I'm gonna find it.
If you like box click a gem, does it actually select the gem? I don't think it does, right? I'm looking too. I mean, they're pushing, guys. It's Mega Crease. What?
I mean, there probably isn't, but I feel like there always is in this game. It's only 50 minutes though. It's not actually an extreme length game.
Oh, Stinger is going to be stalked by the big bad bug. Oh, the Impale misses again! You don't need detection, I'm telling you. That's how you counter it. And the Nature's Prophet teleports straight into an Ice Path and a Fissure to chain stun. They have an Echo Slam to bring the Nature's Prophet down to half HP, but he does have the Aegis. They force staffed out with Stinger. Pepita still has that coil. And he'll drop it only onto the Death Prophet. Looks like they're trying to disengage, actually. Another great Ice Path and another Whiffed Impale. That was a sick disengage.
Yeah, it was really good. Ag's Void. I am not too certain about this.
I love this item on Void, but I don't think like you should be getting it when you already have Mega Creeps.
Yeah, I am not too confident on this item here. I feel like Manta would have been better. Oh, okay, it's going Refresher. So they're like gearing up for some like chrono the opponent's fountain 2 times while TA takes Pro. Like that's the play they're looking for right now.
Yeah. Some sort of Alpha Strike, game-ending, all-in move. I don't really think that's necessary. I think they could probably just get by with playing their regular Dota, get the True Sight up, catch the Nyx Assassin out, because clearly the Nyx Assassin is wandering around, and this time you'll land the Impale. And that's it. Well, now actually here comes Shadowburn, but the Sprout! Oh no! The Sprout's on the wrong guy! Doesn't matter, they still get the kill with Wrath of Nature.
You're punished for missing too much.
You're in the cage, sir. TP out. There is True Sight, and they have a Yule Scepter. But he misses the Impale again. Force Staff and run, Jakiro. Just run.
They're dead for 90 seconds on Jakiro. Can they pressure? I think they... it's hard to say if they can amends a proper attack here. I think they're just gearing up to get 6 slot on everyone. Because they are gonna be stronger, I think. Void is generally regarded as one of the best late game heroes, but the hero matchup is not good for him. I think that's a huge issue for him, that he doesn't really win these matchups. He struggles against these heroes. Like Death Prophet is too tanky for him.
TA.
Bloodseeker, if he gets ruptured, he's out of the fight.
TA is gonna get jumped and very quickly dealt with. No, another refraction goes up with the B game, and again the Sprout whiffs. Oh no, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Oh, unless the Chronosphere is going to end up killing off the Nature's Prophet. His Aegis is still up, and there's just not enough damage coming out for this Faceless Void. That's why you go for damage items instead of that Aghanim Scepter. Now caught in the Shivas, lifted up as well. Pita can have another coil. Now the Sprout is going to land for sure. Faceless Void is going to be dropped for 100 seconds. Megas are going to be dealt with by this Bloodseeker. He does have travels to join the fray. The Death Prophet ultimate still about half duration, but it's taking them quite a bit of time to actually get up here. I feel like for Infamous, like, the difference between, like, when they actually took Megas and this point is the fact that they no longer have any detection. They have not been able to see the Nyx Assassin a single time.
No. Will they get another gem? Yeah, they got another gem now. Who bought it?
Yeah, I got it.
Of course.
Good Jakiro.
Doesn't he have 420? He has 420 talent. He has the talent and he doesn't buy gem. He makes the Jakiro buy it.
I mean, it's not about getting the gem. It's about making sure the Jakiro knows his place in the world. They're going to wander right by each other. What the hell? Trying to focus down to the Templar Assassin. BKB does come up, and a great Fissure on Ice Path. He's going to secure Leo style a little bit more room. Blink out is clean. And well, Jakiro does get caught with Spike Carapace on the tail end. And he's going to throw out one more Ice Path, which will catch the Nyx Assassin, but still he's on the run. Sprout up in 1 second. They can't quite get it, and everyone escapes for Infamous. What is happening in this game right now? I feel like so many of these engagements should be kills.
You could get a Hex on Prophet and secure these kills that you're trying to get, or you could queue up a Divine, that works as well.
Well, Pepita, he used his travel to get down to this bottom lane. And Nature's Prophet's gonna come in, sprout up, we'll see a lot, including the Templar Assassin. Can they kill it within the duration of the Impale? Yes, they can!
No, he has buyback at least.
He does have buyback. Pepita, does he have buyback? Well, he has 4,000 surplus. It is not on the timer, but he's gonna give away the True Sight. Infamous, what is going on?
Akira is like, this game is not on me.
Yo, Jakiro did his best. Jakiro's been playing like a madman.
He tried his best.
I am thoroughly confused. I feel like Infamous, they think that this game is an auto-win game because of Megas. And yeah, they have the advantage because of Megas, but gold-wise, I mean, we can see when Megas were taken, right? We can see since then, they've just been losing heroes constantly, and this experience advantage, this gold advantage is slowly turning to 0, and that is like almost exclusively by kills. These Mega Creeps don't really give all that much gold. How much do they give? Yeah,
no,
much less.
Oh, Nyx went away.
Now, Taka, they are powerful enough to get pickoffs on heroes in bad spots. Are they powerful enough to actually push on the team?
For Team Taka.
There is a cheese on a Death Prophet. Stinger is going to get ruptured. Up down to half HP. Shrine will juice him back up, take those charges away. PTD will land the Impale. Here comes the Chronosphere onto the Death Prophet. This time the damage is going to be just enough. Death Prophet's down for 100 seconds. He does have a buyback. Echo Slam now onto 2 with the Ice Path as the Chain Stun. Bloodseeker needs to get this BKB off, needs to survive for a little while longer, and is going to try to turn around, but the huge Enchant Totem hit will do him in. 44 does have a fissure. They land the Impale onto the Shaker as well. He is not going to die, though, because they're going to try to retreat. Shadowburn will TP out of there, but 44 will not have that luxury. He's out of mana. This Bloodseeker does not have... How does Bloodseeker not have a buyback? Bro,
what?
You're up against Megas. How do you not have a buyback?
Yeah. I don't know, he's been farming for the last 30, like 10-20 minutes. He hasn't even really been in anything.
There's another Chronosphere in 13 seconds. With a couple lucky bashes, they may not need it. Shadowburn is going to run to the north.
Without being in it, okay.
Blind Coil.
Oh.
they think he's there. He's just pushing. None the wiser. Shadowburn has no idea what just happened. But still, 50 seconds. Can he get any gold elsewhere? Like, no towers are going to fall here. Megas are going to start beating down the structures. They don't really have to commit anyone there. They do see a Death Prophet, although the fissure is nowhere close. She does still have the cheese from earlier. There is also a Chronosphere with a couple targets in the back, although it's going to be the jump in onto the TA. The Chronosphere is going to not be needed just yet. He'll opt for the BKB. Masha is going to silence the Faceless Void first.
If he died there, he would have been so mad at him.
Catch the Shaker, but now here comes the Chronosphere. They're lined up! The Sideblade spill is going to take down almost two at the exact same time. Death Prophet's down with no buyback. Rubik as well. Shadowburn's going to drive in the back, but Tia is going to deal with him swiftly. And that's two heroes left because they buy out, but it's too late. GG is called.
Oh, Bloodseeker spawns now.
Feels buyback, man.
What a mistake.
What have we learned, class? What have we learned? Have buyback in hour-long games.
Don't push opponents high ground when they got megas against you and you don't have buyback. Like, they decided themselves to go high ground, you know? Oh, God.
Sometimes shit happens. Infamous, they try their best to throw the game, and they're not able to do it because it turns out Taka are just not willing to receive it. Let's see, there's 17, 18, 22 sentries purchased by Team Taka, and 39 sentries purchased just by Ayano. Now, and of course, there's a Nyx Assassin you have to answer with the sentry, so it makes more sense for the hero to be getting those. But 3 gems also. Good work, support Jakiro. Commend Jakiro.
He deserved that win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone deserved that win except the Yakiro.
The Shaker did good.
Yeah, I mean they did well, but I feel like Yakiro, he's like, if I don't know, I think he would have been super mad if they lost. Like, he committed so much to get the vision, and his TA survived so many times because the opponents didn't do the same.
Well, guys, that was a mess of a game, but that was only game 1. Infamous versus Taka. Going to be moving forward to game 2. Infamous with now a 1-game lead. I'm Mike Loris. I've been joined by Kefka, and hopefully the games can be this wild moving forward. We'll be right back for game 2.